bonjour! Now I will show you how to make a mesquite bars. Oh my gosh, this is so good. We start with putting our food processor on our scale, and then we do the crust. And it is 50 grams of walnuts that have been activated and dehydrated. And then we add 50 grams of shredded coconut, unsweetened. And then we add 60 grams of dates. Now make sure, look at your dates inside, make sure you don't have a pit that might have been left there by mistake. 60 grams. There we go. And we mix. And what you do is you put your hand inside, careful of the knife, and then you take the mixture and you squeeze in your hand. And if it forms a little ball, or it sticks together, then we're good. And that's good. So that was about over 20 seconds. Of course, it depends on your food processor. It's not going to be the same for all of them. So for mine, that's about a little over 20 seconds. The next step is that we take a mold. If you have one that is a rectangle and a spring form, that's easier. I don't. So I'm using a Pyrex dish here. I'll give you the size. And I'm using parchment paper. To line the container. Push it down. And in each corner, you will fold it just like this. You make a fold in the corner. If I put my finger right in the corner here, it helps. You see the fold happen kind of naturally that way. There we go, like this. The mixture onto the dish, just like that. Now when you do the recipe, do it exactly as I teach you. And then after that you can decide, I'd like to have a thicker crust, but first do it exactly like I teach you, okay? Now I'm using this rice paddle to press down, because if I use my hands right from the get-go, my hands are warmer, it's going to stick to it. So I just start with the rice paddle. Now I will finish up with the back of my hands here, like this. Just to finish up, press as hard as you can. That will help the crust to stick together when you cut the bars. There we are. So the crust is done. The next step, we'll do the filling. So you take your scale again, and I will just get my blender. This is the largest size of the Blendtec. You know, as long as you use a blender, that you'll be able to cover your blade at the bottom. That's what's important. I know that I can use this one for the recipe that I do because it's a larger recipe. Okay, then we start with the date syrup. And just going to use that spatula, zero my scale, 160. Date syrup is simply the same weight of dates and water that you blend together. There we go, 160. Then we add coconut oil, which is 50 grams. So that brings us to 210. Like that. And then the next part that we add are the cashews. 240 plus 210 is 450. You see how easy it is when you use grams? So easy. You can double it if you like. You can make half the recipe if you like. So easy. 450. Then we add 2 tablespoons of water. And the cashews have been soaked prior to the recipe, of course. And then we add salt. I use Himalayan salt and vanilla, and I use the vanilla powder. Vanilla powder. If you don't have powder, please don't put the extract, like the one made with the alcohol. That's your food's gonna taste like it's burned. So it's a pinch or it's a dash. This is a spoon that I have. It's a dash. Just gonna leave it here for now. And then vanilla is just a pinch, just a little bit less. Vanilla has a lovely flavor and it really comes through. Okay, then we put the lid on. Push this out of the way. And I'll bring my blender so you can see. Put it in and then blend. It's about a minute in my blender because what we want to have is a creamy texture, which I have right now. It's lovely, it's creamy, it's perfect. So if your blender isn't as strong, what do I have in my recipe? You cannot soak in the coconut oil because it's going to harden. You have to have it liquefied ahead of time. But you could soak your cashews in the date syrup, maybe, and then the 2 tablespoons of water. That would help. You can break the cashews prior to making the mix. That would also help. The next step that we do is we add the mesquite. So mesquite is a powder. I need to add 40 grams. Woo! Mesquite is a powder, and it's a bean that comes from a tree. It's amazing. There we go. There is and then we blend again. So when you hear the noise, you heard the noise, it wasn't moving anymore, so stop it. Because that means that it won't, unless you help with a plunger. In my case, I know I don't have to, so that's why I just stopped it. And then it means that it's ready. Take the mixture. Oh, look at this. Oh, wow. It's hard to explain the flavor of mesquite. It's really hard to explain. Might be a little bit like butterscotch, caramel-like, but you have to have it to understand. So you pour it in, just drop the mixture in your dish. Just like that. There, getting as much as I can of that lovely, lovely, lovely cream inside. Clean my spoon. use chopstick. So you use a chopstick, you use the thicker end of it, and that's when you can move the mixture around to fill your dish. Instead of using, I don't know, another tool and then it goes up the side on the paper and then, so that's easy. This way, you can lift it, it helps to move the cream around, and then as you can see, you can make patterns on it, which is lovely. See, it's like a paisley pattern. And this will go in the freezer, about maybe 2 hours just to set, or maybe a bit longer. It depends on your freezer, how cold it is, and then we can cut it. So we'll come back for the next step. Hello! Now we will cut the mesquite bars. They're ready to take out of the dish. Here we are. That's neat to have the parchment paper. Then you pull the parchment paper away, and then you will slide the mesquite bar on your board here. If you want to have all clean edges, what you would do is cut a little bit like this, so then you create a clean edge by doing that. Or you can leave it with, a more of a natural edge. Let's put it this way. Okay, the next thing is you use a ruler. Just a second. And I love stainless steel. I just took out the cork that usually is stuck at the back, and then you can use it as a ruler. And then you look at the size of and I like to use centimeters. So you look at the size of your bar here, and that will help you to establish, or you can just, estimate it, depending where it's going. I also do deliver to private customers, so it's good to have the similar size every time. There we go. The bar just came out of the freezer, so it's a little harder to cut, and that's why I'm rocking the knife, as you can see, and that helps to cut it by rocking your knife. There we go. Yeah, it's very frozen. Okay, now what we can do with the bar is I can just divide it in two here. Again, I'll just use my ruler to just be a little bit more precise. So I divide it in two, like this. It depends what you do, again. If you want to have it where you just grab a size that you like to have at home, then you cut it this way, and then there you go. You have your bars. You can do it this way. You can also, I will just keep it here on the side. You could also cut it smaller. You could say, well, I really like that my portions are smaller, so you can make more like a smaller bar, just like that. So there is that as well. You can do it this way. And the other way, let's just do, it's going to look nice for the presentation. There you go. Just do 3. A stack. You could also cut it where it's like a bite. Oh, and then one thing I forgot to show you. In between, when you cut, you don't want to have the bits that might get on the side of your bar. You just put it here between your rag and wipe your knife, as you can see here. Okay, the other way we can do this is, again, you can cut. Now I'm cutting smaller. There we go. And what you can do is you can cut them in bites. Let's say you would want to give it as a gift. You can cut it in bites like this, and then you can put it in a little paper cup, or you have company coming over. Whoops, sorry. You have company coming over, and then you can present like this on a dish to serve for your company that is coming over. There you are. So many ways to serve the mesquite bar. You could also make it into a jar, like a pudding. There's so many ways. And let me tell you, some of my customers would say, oh, I got this is so good, I eat too many of them. And I would say, just freeze it. And then they said to me, well, I eat it frozen too. It's a wonderful frozen treat, just so you know. So remember, as I said many, many times, when you eat, oh, my stack is falling off. Let me just put it behind like this here. When you eat food like this, that is perfect for your microbiome. It's perfect for your body. Mesquite is superfood. The nuts are superfood. It's great fat. Eat food like this, and then that will keep you healthy and our planet healthy and our lovely animal friends free. Bon appétit!